Hey folks, welcome back. I've been meaning to get around to it, but it's finally time to check out Rush Hour 3. I have very fond memories of it and it being good, but now I'm hearing otherwise. Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker are back at it again, proving that cultural misunderstandings, high-stakes martial arts, and, well, racism are the ultimate recipe for comedy gold. As always, I'll be sharing my thoughts as the movie progresses, so kick back, relax, grab some camel's hump, subscribe, and let's do this. Looks like Carter got demoted to a cop on traffic duty. You know, I actually admire his ability to dance like that in public, because not me. I'll happily just dance in my shower where nobody can see. But he's pretty terrible at doing this job. Meanwhile, Lee is back bodyguarding Ambassador Han from the first movie.
I want a lawyer. You need a personal trainer. This license says 180 pounds. You weigh more than a damn car, girl.
Wow, Rush Hour checking off all the boxes. And I still love it. You need to get to the gym because you're a fatty. But he lets them off on the condition that they go on a date. Carter calls Lee to tell him about his great pull, but Lee doesn't want to talk. This was in 2007. Texting was a thing, right? Right?
You mad because of what happened when we was in New York. It was 3 years ago. When you gonna let it go?
Let it go? Isabella was my girlfriend.
Oh, you know the rules, my guy. Come on. There's a meeting with all the world leaders, it looks like, because the Chinese triad has grown into a $50 billion business. That's with a B. And leading the fight against them is Ambassador Han, who, by the way, is about to expose their leader, codenamed Shai Shen. But they were already ahead of him because snitches get stitches. They really need to learn to have these meetings underground, or in a cave, or maybe not at all. Of course, only Lee sees the culprit, so he goes right after him. At least Carter hears about it, so he won't be far away, but I'm sure he's gonna mess it up somehow.
Hello, Lee.
Ooh, wait, who's that? Wait, it's his brother, right? And now they're talking Japanese, so I'm even more confused now. He knows Lee won't shoot him, so he just dips. And Carter shows up at the right time. At least he didn't mess things up, I think.
I'd like for you to meet our dates for this evening. Marsha and Zoe.
Wow, the timing. Anyways, the bullet missed Han's heart, so he's good to go again. But this guy, I forgot his name, isn't allowing anyone to lead the investigation.
The ambassador is my responsibility.
Well, then maybe you could tell me exactly how that shooter got away.
Ooh. And a grown-up Soo Young comes to the hospital. The daughter from the first one.
Blow everybody up.
Yeah, blow everybody up!
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button!
So she's 19 now? She forces Lee to promise that he'll stop the guy who did it. If that's his brother, he's really in a rock and a hard place. Frick. Han also gave her a letter to give Lee if anything happened to him. But instead of just bringing it, she gives him the address to go get it himself. In Chinatown.
This is the business of China.
Well, for your information, I'm part Chinese now.
Wait, what? He said he spent the last 3 years learning different fighting styles and which anime has the best girl. I made that last part up. Or did I?
If you half Chinese, I'm half black.
He did say the forbidden word.
What's up, my
So you can't argue that one. So they head inside the dojo and Carter demands to see Soo Young's locker. But you need the master's permission to get in the back, which she would have known. Come on, logic. But Carter just ignores that and gets absolutely wrecked by these kids. Wow. Wow, he just flings him like it's nothing. And somehow Lee gets dragged into this too.
You!
Yes?
Not you, him! What's your name?
Me.
Yes, you!
I am me. He's me. And I'm you.
Okay, that was a good one. Oh god. Why? The master said some men came earlier and emptied her locker. And apparently Soo Young will end up just like her father. So now they have to rush back to Soo Young, who they just left. The hospital is suspiciously empty, because apparently everyone was called away. Too convenient. So free real estate for the bad guys, but Lee and Carter are way ahead of the game. But they had more men, so it's a gun and fist fight, featuring Soo Young this time.
So magnifique! What the hell is that?
I think he's speaking French.
French? What kind of gentleman speak French?
The nurse gets a nun, of all people, to help translate the French for them.
Well, use the N-word.
What?
Oh my god, I guess everyone gets one chance per movie.
You tell this piece of S word that I would personally F-word him up.
They have a nun telling him these things. Jeez, the conversation goes nowhere, so Carter threatens to shoot.
What did he say, sister?
He said, shoot me.
Putain!
Wow, Carter ain't playing around. Damn. I guess that works because his mouth opens like his grandmama, who's a double W with no teeth. They drop off Soo-young with this guy, who's heading to Paris to be safe. Wow, that's if they can make it safely. They start putting 2 and 2 together and realize they need to head to Paris. Tonight. I completely forgot about this girlfriend problem, to be honest.
What did I do that was so terrible?
You shot my girlfriend in the neck.
That had nothing to do with Lee though, but the address they got from the French Chinese guy is actually in Paris. They didn't even properly ask him for a location. As soon as they land, they're taken and tortured. Even though they said they came for a vacation, like, can they do that? Oh, and given a prostate exam. Fun. Anyways, they're on a roll of meeting the strangest people in France. This guy doesn't want to drive around an American, because he says they're too violent. So Carter resorts to violence and makes him sing the national anthem. At least he drops them off. But Carter still can't see a woman in peace, and begins to be extremely detailed about what he wants to do with her. And I'm not repeating it.
Well, James Carter, I happen to speak 6 languages.
One of them English.
Oh my god. Meanwhile, Lee is actually doing some detective work, but Carter can't help himself but think the craziest things.
Come on, Crouching Tiger, don't hide that dragon.
I'm a bit disturbed that he wanna hear them actually. After that scenario, they immediately run away with 0 new information. But a whole lot of people are on their back now. Who knows what they're looking for? Poor George didn't even want to drive them to begin with, but Carter convinces him to be like a spy. An American spy.
If I were control, you'd already be dead.
If you were controlled, you'd already be dead.
Well, neither of us is dead, so I'm obviously not from control.
It's like something just switched inside of him. Damn! But they get flung out of the car in the process. So now they're caught and brought to this guy from earlier. His potential brother.
Don't be shy. Introduce him to your Shanti.
Sean D, your brother.
My memory ain't complete garbage. He offers Lee a return in the favor he gave him earlier for letting him live. Basically, he will let them live if they leave Paris tonight. But we all know Lee ain't playing that game.
We'll always be brothers, Lee, in this life and the next.
Looks like bro still loves him. Freak. They manage to escape them and flee to the sewer. But dear God, that's extremely disgusting. I might actually rather get shot. I just want to note that I have a shirt with that same pattern. Carter starts getting suspicious that Lee actually let him go earlier.
The Yakuza killed his family in Tokyo. He was sent to China when he was 7. He was put in Chinjiu, the orphanage where I grew up.
I know I wasn't going crazy. He was speaking Japanese. Carter actually relates to him though, because he doesn't speak to his brother anymore either. But Lee is kinda just caught up in his own pool of pity and sorrow.
Kenji's telling you it ain't true. He ain't your brother.
And you are not my brother.
Oh no! It's funny how in their fallout, they're both doing things from the other's culture. And I love it. And conveniently enough, Carter sees the same French girl from earlier, which happens to be Genevieve, another name the French Chinese gave. That is too long to say, I need to come up with something. Chench? Jesus Christ, that sounds racist.
Oh.
Hello, Inspector.
He's evil! I'm calling it. Turns out Shai Shen is really a list. A list of 13, that's 3. A list of 13 potential leaders of the triad for the next rotation of power. But how does he know that? Inconveniently enough, Genevieve was the one who made contact with Han to sell out Shai Shen. Back with Carter, he pretends to be the new costume designer for this show, named Bubbles.
I will dress the blondes.
And I'm enjoying this way too much. Anyways, they cross paths again, so now we're back on the mission. Carter warns Genevieve that she has a hit on her head, but she's way more concerned with doing her show right now. Oh my god.
Over and over again, I try to tell myself that
Looks like the bad guys didn't enjoy the performance, but I did. At least they managed to escape, and conveniently enough, George was nearby. To be fair, he was looking for them. So, he wanted to thank them for the excitement he got today, and he wants to be their driver for the rest of this trip.
let me kill someone tonight!
Take it easy there, George. Jeez. What the frick?
Maybe we should put on a dirty movie.
Lee!
What the frick? I'd expect that from Carter. You know, I was expecting to learn some new information from this conversation, but it was a complete nothing burger.
I'm bad.
I'm bad too.
I'm a bad girl.
Hallelujah!
This girl from earlier is sneaky, and she escapes. So what was that? What was that? Now Carter is upset with Lee for doing the same thing he did to him. He shot her.
You hear that? We have to get out of here now. Damn, Lee, damn you!
And Carter is very, very passionate about that.
We're about to crack a big case.
Shut your mouth, George. Not another world. You're a stupid cab driver, like your father was a stupid cab driver.
Damn, poor George. No wonder he liked the excitement. Frick. Anyways, turns out Genevieve is Shai Shen. What a dumb way to carry around a list. And they've been doing this for centuries.
When our journey ended and the new leaders were informed, the woman would be beheaded and buried forever.
What the frick? That's insanity. She tried to sell them out to Han because she thought they can protect her, but reality is a lot harsher than that. People will pay big money to protect their empire. Unfortunately.
I won't be here when you come out, I'm sorry. My wife says I can't be a spy.
Poor George. Frick. They bring her to this guy who I still suspect is evil.
Would you mind taking off that wig, showing us Shai Shen?
We never told him she was the list.
I knew it. They do manage to stop him, but his brother, I just realized we never got a name for him. Calls to make a trade because he picked up something from LA. Oh no! Su Young! Wow, the trade is happening at the Eiffel Tower. I should have been able to guess that. But before any trade can happen, his brother wants to fight him. Something about 100 cuts being a triad tradition.
You know nothing about me.
I know you have no wife, no children, no family.
You know nothing about me. I know the love of your life left you for the janitor in your building. Could have just said you do. Anyways, they fight for a bit. Carter shows up like a real bro, but Soo-young is in the worst possible place, so Carter has to stand down. The fight continues with equal shared licks up until Lee sends him flying, but Lee is just a complete softie, which will probably just get him killed, to be honest. Carter be holding his own against these guys too though. Damn. Meanwhile, these two continue their fight on the tower, but it ends up being a game of hang on tight. And he sacrifices himself to let Lee live. So why did you push him off to begin with? This makes no sense. Carter tries to save Soo-young, but this crazy lady don't quit. Dear God. Wow. Well, she gets dealt with very easily. Frick. Wait, the Eiffel Tower has an elevator? I figured it was just tower. But it isn't over yet for some reason. They still have men to fight. And this to deal with. Somehow this evil guy was waiting for them, even though they just flew away from where they originally were, to tell them they're going to be framed for killing Genevieve.
Don't do it!
Wow! Where did he get a gun? The French guy from earlier shows up, who threatened them with jail, mind you, to share some of the credit, but he's basically just stealing it.
You go this way,
And I'll go that way.
Pretty well deserved, to be honest. And that's the movie. Okay, it was good, but it had some weak points. It was nice to see them back at it again, playing off of each other and just getting themselves into some strange situations. Interesting story, but a hell of a weak ending. I'm sorry. And it seemed like they needed to stretch out the runtime for some reason, so some scenes just felt longer than it needed to be. But overall, an enjoyable film. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more movie content. And as always, thanks for watching. Peace!